Here we're going to tie a Hot Wire Prince Nymph. First thing I'm going to do is start my thread. I'm going to take it all the way back to the end of the hook there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in 2 pieces of brown biot for the tail. You want to pick a longer section of biot that's going to be easy for you to work with. And the biots, you actually want them to face away from each other. You want them to splay away just like the tail of a stonefly, so they splay away just like so. And you're just going to lay them on each side of the hook, pinch them down to hold them in place. You want them to be a little bit less than the length of the hook. You got to be too careful not to make them too long. It's very easy to make these tails too long. Just like so. Then you're going to take your thread forward. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to tie in your wires. I use 2 different colors of wire. You can use whatever colors you want to do. Here I'm using silver and red. I'm going to take that wire and I'm going to wrap it down the side of the hook all the way back to the tail. And I take that thread back forward. I try to do this all very smooth. Just like so. Now I'm just going to take that wire and I draw them up so they're nice and tight. This first wrap is usually the hardest. I like the wire to lay down nice and flat, which is harder to do than you think. Once you've gotten it started, I jam it all backwards and I wrap forward with it. You can see how I get that nice zebra look. Every once in a while I just take my fingernail and I push everybody back, making sure it's always in place. Then I'm going to capture it. I'm going to leave a little bit of space, about the length of the bead, a little space behind the bead. And you'll get in there and you can twist them out. I just cut them out usually. Now I'm going to wrap back just a little bit on this wire, just like so, and that leaves room for the thorax. Right, just take a piece of peacock herl, I'm just going to tie in a single piece. And I take that piece of peacock herl and I'm just going to build up a thorax with it. You can also use peacock dubbing for this as well. I like the look of natural peacock because it's furry, looks more realistic, buggier. And then you're going to capture your peacock. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in our hackle. This is used for the collar. I just measure it out so I know it's long enough. I do that just by taking the hackle and holding it under the fly. You can use soft hackle material. You can even use dry fly hackle, believe it or not. It's really just to give the appearance of the fly having legs. And all you're going to do is you're going to take just a quick couple of turns with it. This one's not cooperating. Sometimes you got to tie them in again if they fight you. Sometimes they like to roll on you. Just going to take 3 turns there. I'm going to capture it. Now I'm going to trim the tops of them, because this is where we're going to lay down our biots. No need to have hackle sticking off the top. Then I'm going to take everything and I'm going to stroke it back. And I like to lay down just a few more wraps to kind of make everybody lay backwards, lay in place, just like so. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to tie in the wing casings. And for this you just use white biots. And you want them to be just a little bit longer than the body, about like so. You want them to be even as well. So I just kind of lay them on there, measure them out, do a loose wrap around both of them. And then pull them where I want them to go. See how I made them a little too long, so I'm just going to take them and pull them, inch them forward just ever so slightly. Even that's a little too long. It's really easy to make your wings too long, so about like that's good. Once you secure them, all you have to do is trim them. Then you simply whip finish, clean up that head a little bit. And that's your Hot Wire Prince Nymph. Sometimes your wings get a little wild here. I like them to kind of stick up a little bit, like so. I think it helps get the fish's attention a little bit. And that's all there is to the Hot Wire Prince.